Imagine this. You're walking home late at night. The air is crisp, and the only sound you hear is the echo of your own footsteps. The street is dark and quiet. The streetlights cast long, eerie shadows that dance with every step you take. Suddenly, you hear footsteps behind you. They start softly but grow louder and more insistent. Your heart starts to race, your breath gets faster. You can feel the adrenaline surging through your veins. You feel a chill down your spine. Goosebumps rise on your skin and every hair on your body stands on end. What do? Do you run, fight, or freeze? Your mind races through the options in a split second. This instinctive reaction to danger is something we all share. It's an ancient survival mechanism. It is a primal urge, hardwired into our brains for millions of years. Our ancestors relied on it to survive in a world full of predators. But why do some people freeze when faced with fear, while others fight or flee? The answer isn't simple. The answer lies in our body's natural defense mechanism, the fight, flight, or freeze response. This response is triggered by the amygdala, a small but powerful part of our brain. This automatic reaction is essential for survival, helping us navigate threatening situations. It prepares our body to either confront the danger, escape it, or become immobile. But how it manifests in each of us can be vastly different. Some may find themselves paralyzed, unable to move, while others might feel an overwhelming urge to run or fight. This variability is influenced by a combination of genetics, past experiences, and the specific context of the threat. Understanding why we freeze can help us better manage our reactions in future situations. By recognizing the signs and knowing our tendencies, we can train ourselves to respond more effectively. Techniques like mindfulness, therapy, and self-defense training can equip us with the tools to handle fear more constructively. The more we understand our body's responses, the better we can navigate the complexities of fear. So the next time you find yourself in a frightening situation, remember that your reaction is a deeply ingrained survival mechanism. With awareness and practice, you can learn to harness it to your advantage. The fight, flight, or freeze response is our body's way of keeping us safe. This primal reaction has been hardwired into our brains over millions of years of evolution. It is a survival mechanism that has allowed our ancestors to navigate a world filled with predators and other threats. It is an ancient, instinctive reaction to perceived danger. Whether it was a saber-toothed tiger lurking in the shadows or a rival tribe approaching, our ancestors relied on this response to make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. When we sense a threat, our brain sends signals to our body, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These chemicals flood our system, heightening our senses and priming our muscles for action. Our heart rate increases, our breathing quickens, and our pupils dilate, all in preparation for what comes next. This triggers a cascade of physical changes, preparing us to confront the danger head-on, escape to safety, or fade into the background. Each of these responses, fight, flight, or freeze, has its own unique set of physiological reactions and purposes. The fight response is our body's call to arms. It readies us to stand our ground and face the threat directly. Muscles tense and we become hyper-focused on the source of danger, ready to defend ourselves with all our might. It prepares us for physical confrontation, increasing heart rate, blood flow to muscles, and alertness. This response can be crucial in situations where standing and fighting is the best or only option for survival. The flight response, on the other hand, is our urge to escape danger. When the threat seems too overwhelming to confront, our body shifts gears, focusing all its energy on getting us as far away from the danger as possible. It triggers a surge of energy, enabling us to flee to safety. Our legs become powerful engines, propelling us away from the threat with incredible speed and endurance. But what about the freeze response? This reaction can seem counterintuitive at first. Why would our body choose to shut down in the face of danger, making us immobile and seemingly vulnerable? The freeze response is our body's way of playing dead. In some situations, staying perfectly still can make us less noticeable to predators or aggressors. It can also give us a moment to assess the situation and decide the best course of action. This response, like fight and flight, has its roots in our evolutionary past and continues to play a role in our survival today. Freezing is not a sign of weakness, it is a survival strategy, just like fight or flight. When faced with overwhelming danger, freezing can be the best option. By becoming immobile, we may avoid detection by predators or minimize potential harm. Think of a rabbit caught in a car's headlights. Its instinct is to freeze, hoping to become invisible. This response is deeply ingrained in many species, including humans. Freezing can manifest in different ways. Some people experience a complete shutdown, unable to move or speak. Others might feel a sense of paralysis, their thoughts racing while their body remains frozen in place. We have all experienced fear in different ways. Some fears are rational and based on real threats, while others stem from past experiences or anxieties. But regardless of the source, our body's response to fear is often instinctive and beyond our conscious control. Have you ever found yourself frozen in fear? Yes, I have experienced the freeze response in a threatening situation. No, I tend to react with fight or flight when faced with danger. I'm not sure how I would react in a dangerous situation. Understanding our own reactions to fear is crucial for managing anxiety and developing coping mechanisms. Section 5. Finding Courage, a guiding verse from the Quran. The experience of fear is universal, transcending time and culture. Even in the face of adversity, faith can provide solace and strength. In Islam, the Quran offers guidance and reassurance in times of fear and uncertainty. One such verse, QS At-Tawbah 51, states, "Say never will we be struck except by what Allah has decreed for us. He is our protector, and upon Allah let the believers rely." This verse emphasizes the Islamic concept of Qadr, or divine decree. It reminds us that everything that happens in our lives, good or bad, is preordained by Allah. Section 6. The comfort of Qadr, trusting in the divine plan. Qadr is not about fatalism or resignation. It is a profound concept that invites us to reflect on the nature of destiny and divine wisdom. It encourages us to understand that while we have free will, there is also a divine plan that encompasses all of creation. It's about recognizing Allah's absolute knowledge and power and trusting in His plan for us. This trust is not blind. It is rooted in the understanding that Allah is the most merciful and the most wise. His plans are beyond our comprehension, yet they are always for our ultimate good. This belief can provide immense comfort in times of fear and hardship. When we are faced with trials, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and lost. However, the knowledge that there is a higher purpose and a greater wisdom at play can be a source of solace and strength. When we face challenges, it is natural to feel afraid. Fear is a human emotion and it is a part of our survival instinct, but by embracing the concept of Qadr, we can transform our fear into a deeper sense of trust and reliance on Allah. But by remembering Qadr, we can find strength and resilience. This remembrance is not just a passive act, it is an active engagement with our faith. It involves prayer, reflection, and a conscious effort to align our will with the divine will. We can face our fears with the knowledge that Allah is with us, guiding us through every step of our journey. This guidance is a constant source of support, helping us to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and clarity. This trust in Allah's plan does not negate our responsibility to strive and make wise choices. On the contrary, it empowers us to take action with the assurance that our efforts are part of a larger divine tapestry. It simply provides a framework of understanding and acceptance, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater peace and fortitude. By trusting in the divine plan, we can find a balance between surrender and effort, knowing that we are never alone in our journey. Section 7. Fear, friend or foe. Learning to understand our reactions. Fear, in its essence, is not inherently negative. It is a natural human emotion, crucial for survival. It alerts us to danger, keeps us safe, and helps us make sound decisions. However, when fear becomes excessive or irrational, it can be debilitating. It can prevent us from living our lives to the fullest, holding us back from pursuing our dreams and aspirations. Understanding our own relationship with fear is essential. By recognizing our triggers, reactions, and coping mechanisms, we can learn to manage fear effectively. Section 8. Mastering fear. Taking control of our responses. While we cannot always control the situations we face, we can control our reactions to them. There are numerous techniques for managing fear and anxiety, from deep breathing exercises and mindfulness meditation to seeking professional help from therapists or counselors. One effective approach is cognitive reframing. This involves challenging negative thought patterns and replacing them with more positive and realistic ones. For example, instead of focusing on the worst-case scenario, we can try to focus on the positive outcomes or lessons learned from challenging experiences. Remember, overcoming fear is not about becoming fearless. It is about acknowledging our fears, understanding their root causes, and developing healthy coping mechanisms to manage them effectively. Section 9. Share your story. Let's break the silence on fear. Fear can be isolating, but it is a universal human experience. By sharing our stories and experiences, we can break down the stigma surrounding fear and mental health. We can learn from each other, support one another, and find strength in our shared humanity. Have you ever experienced a situation where you froze in fear? How did you overcome it? What advice would you give to others who struggle with fear and anxiety? Let's start a conversation about fear. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below. Together, we can create a space of understanding, support, and empowerment.